Hi, my name is Gail Polubiak, and I'm the CEO and founder of Interview Academy. I spent 30 years as a very successful executive recruiter, but now I feel it's a moral obligation to give people the truth for looking for work in today's new job market. See, I've had the luxury of hearing all those unsaid and uncensored reasons why people don't get hired. So today I want to share 3 statements that will just kill your job search. These are standard, everyday statements that most people have been trained to say, but believe me, they are doing you more harm than good without you even knowing about it. Searching for a job is hard work, and I want to give you the upper hand and make sure you have a competitive advantage. Being unaware of these statements can have a profound impact on your life. If you're like a lot of my clients, you might feel locked out of the job market. You might even begin to second guess yourself and the world around you. You might say, do I still have it? Whatever it is. And you may worry about letting your family down. And the financial loss can be devastating. It really breaks my heart when I hear people talk about how they're sacrificing the goals they used to have because they need to fit into their new financial arrangements. It really is quite sad. However, imagine going in more self-confident and feeling more in control, and finding a job you love, working for a company who respects you for what you bring to the table, and lastly, leaving a legacy that says you can succeed in this world on your terms. But maybe you're like a lot of my clients who are furious with the way things are today. I ask you just to table your opinions and just to the side, because being mad about the situation doesn't help. What I'm here to do is talk about solutions, a way of getting around those problems. So I encourage you to park your ego to the side, park your opinions, and at least approach this with an open mind for the duration. You see, I think Elvis Costello said it best. I have just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Yes, your intentions are good. The problem is that we are in an unprecedented economic time where there is a generational shift going on. The younger generation is assuming the power and control in our economy well ahead of the time before the older generation is willing to let go. This has never happened before, and companies are assuming the culture of the new generation. The generation of baby boomers, those born between 46 and 64, like myself, we grew up with a sense of values based on our parents who came out of the Depression and World War II and Ozzie and Harriet. We were raised to believe there is no substitute for hard work. We live to work, in fact. We climb corporate ladders. We believe that only winners win, and oftentimes we're rewarded with material rewards. On the other hand, the Gen X generation, those between 65 and 84, these are the people who are assuming the power roles in organizations and the culture that the organizations themselves are taking on. There's much emphasis on the work-life balance, working independent, yet the entire structure works collaboratively. And make no mistake, these people are not lazy. They're different. They have an unquenchable desire to seek out new information and new strategies. So there's a generation shift now that we've had a chance to explore the differences between the two generations. Let me go on and explain the 3 kiss of death statements that will just kill your job search. The first instant death statement is probably going to come as a surprise. It follows the normal way that we've all been taught how to interview. What you did and how well you did it. I did this and I did that. For instance, I ran the engineering department, I hired people, we cut costs, or I took over a division, we raised this much money, we took over a new market. All these statements are, I did this, and this is how well I did it. However, as I say, your eyes are too close together. It's I did this, I did that. And the translation that I hear when I hear those uncensored interpretations post-interview, you're a legend in your own mind. Or the other one I hear is, you're unmanageable or you're going to be unmanageable. It's your way or the highway, or you're so stuck in your ways. It really doesn't matter what your intentions are. What I'm sharing is how it's interpreted. And in today's economy of best practices, this is truly a kiss of death. Now, the next instant death statement is, I can do lots of things. I can do operations. I've had experience in marketing. I've had experience in sales. I've had experience in management. I've had experience in project management. These are all, so many people think they're trying to throw everything in the kitchen sink, hoping that they show utility and versatility. Translation, you're boring. You're desperate. You're really nothing special. Or worse, they're just coming out confused. And the last instant death statement is, and this has to do with technology. If someone says to me, oh, my assistant did that, instantly, translation, you're stuck in the 50s. I understand technology is tough and you may feel behind the curve, but saying anything about somebody else doing it for you is not impressive. This is a day when you don't show that weakness. It really is imperative that you get a working understanding of things like social media, attaching documents to email, proper email speak, and even some working knowledge of Excel and Word. These are critical in today's new economy. And the only thing is, you just can't sound as though you are behind the curve in any of it. Yeah, we have a language barrier. This is frightening. The good thing is, though, that we can get around it. And even better, there's tremendous reason why we should. I have some good news for you. These are compelling stats from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. 67% of companies say high-quality talent will contribute the most to their future success. As Forbes just called it, there's a nuclear war for talent going on. And you see, talent goes beyond just keywords, skill sets, and experience. They're looking for more. They're looking for those people who will contribute the most to the future success. And that is what you have to offer. And there is a 6 to 9 million person shortfall for jobs in 2013. You think there aren't any jobs? There are jobs. Unfortunately, some of the things that are being said may be keeping you away from some of the most worthy jobs. And beyond that, 75% of jobs are never requisitioned openings. They're the hidden jobs. And there are ways and strategies to tap into that rich pool. The good news is there are jobs. You are needed. The key is to take your old school language based on accomplishments and convert it into the contributions that you have made. And the way to do that is by way of a CAB template. Briefly, CAB stands for Challenge Activity Benefit. You may have heard of the STAR version, but CAB is a more sophisticated and a deeper way of penetrating into the same issues. Because when you talk about the challenge, this is the challenge the company had. You actually lead up with a bit of a plot of what was going on in the company. The idea being, there's the challenge, the company was facing this dark doom. You were invited in to take control of that challenge, and then the benefit the company enjoyed from that. So in this part, it's just about the plot from the company's standpoint. The deeper the plot, the more contribution you made. Then the second part is activities, nothing more than an itemized list of activities that you did to overcome the challenge. And lastly, these are the benefits to the company. Try and make this as quantitative as possible. Money earned, raised, saved, time saved, profits, costs, market share, turnover, whatever. Just try and make the benefit that the company enjoyed, as opposed to, I took a territory from second to the bottom to second to the top. That's not nearly as impressive as what you did for the company based on the company's problems. Let me give you an example. The old school. I built a new division a new distribution channel where I hired and trained 24 sales reps, acquired 105 selling agreements, and raised $3.5 billion. Okay, as a headhunter, I'll bite. That's good enough at least to invite in to the interview. But it may not be enough to really overshoot what it takes to get the job. If you're a football fan, I equate this to getting into the red zone. You don't get points for the red zone. Or if you're a golfer, at least getting on the green. The points don't come until you get in the end zone or you sink that putt. So in order to do that, taking it into a new methodology, now, today, that same accomplishment rewarded according to the CAB template would be this. My company lost a huge lawsuit and needed $2 billion increase in assets. They decided expanding into a new distribution channel was their best route, and I was tapped as the person to lead the effort. In fact, that probably could be even expanded more as far as the plot goes. But after a thorough and competitive analysis, I secured 105 selling agreements, hired and trained 24 experienced sales reps who bought into our story and hit the ground running. Those are just activities. And then we've been in this channel for 3 years, and the company's assets have risen by $3.5 billion, well ahead of the $2 billion goal. This now shows more of the overall picture of how you contributed to the problem. They understand the company's challenge. They understand how you attacked a problem. But more importantly, they see how those activities resulted in the benefit to the company. You are now worded as sought after talent, not a job seeker. So, in summary, no more kiss of death. We are in a generational language barrier, and the old school tactics aren't going to work in this new market. So you need to convert your language to meet theirs, since they're not going to meet yours. And the CAB is your template. And primarily, in summary, the economy needs you back. So if you have any questions, I invite you to submit them to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/The Interview Academy. And we'll answer them as soon as we can. And next steps, I highly encourage you to take this a little deeper. Get on our wait list for the upcoming video series, Executive Recruiter Top Secrets of Getting Hired Regardless of Your Age. In fact, just for signing up on the wait list, I have a free gift for you as well as our bonus and a thank you. And I want to thank you for the time you spent with me today. You may now have your egos back, and hopefully you have a better idea of how you can strengthen your presentation and beat ageism to the core. So again, thank you very much. My name is Gail Polubiak. Hope to see you again.